everyone. I am Ravi from Cavitak, and today I am going to present you something about the futuristic technological cures. Uh, Inside Cavitak, we call ourselves Cav, so that's why you can see a Cav standing there. And as a curious Cav who wants to be very inquisitive about technology, I want to look at how technology will be helpful to a hospital. So let's deep dive into what's next. A lot of you would be constructing new hospitals. With already hectic schedule that you have, how do you manage the construction that is ongoing at multiple places? You have an latest AI software where you have a field person wearing a helmet. On top of it, there is a camera. That person goes around the site and takes pictures. This picture is automatically converted into a 360-degree walkthrough for you on your mobile, on your laptop, on your tablet. You can see as if you were on the site. You can collaborate with multiple people like the consultants, the architects, and everybody can be on top of the construction, and you can ensure that you reduce the cost of construction by minimizing the errors. When I enter into the hospital, how do I secure the hospital? I secure it with access control. When I use the access control, I will often lay the hands on the handle, and it will be a cause of contamination. There are technologies available where the handles come with BioCode technology, which will ensure that there is no microbial contamination happening because of the coating that is there on the handles. The survey said that even with a virus like coronavirus, with the application of this coating on the door lock handle, in 2 hours, 90% of the virus quantum was decreased on the handle lock. Next, whenever you enter into a hospital, you are always wary of touching a trash can. How do you use the trash can? There are only 2 methods available. Either you'll use it with your hand or you will use it with your feet, right? Using with the hand, you will always be cautious saying that, oh, I'll get something out of that. Or using with the feet, you will need a lot of exercise. So we bring you motion trash can, where with a wave of a hand, that bin opens up, you throw your trash, and magically it closes down. Now, when we walk down in an ICU, in general, an ICU is never exposed to external light. It is always in a controlled environment. But what about the patients who are there and who are not being able to follow what time of the day it is? With human-centric light from BEG, what you can do is, as per the time of the day, the lights will tune itself. The color of the light changes, and the intensity of the light also changes to match the time of the day, so that your circadian rhythm automatically adjusts. And it is found from a lot of surveys that your sleep automatically, the patient's sleep automatically improves because of having a human-centric lighting, and the patient recovery also improves drastically. So the person, without seeing the clock, will be able to know, the body will be able to know whether it is sunrise, whether it is daytime, whether it is nighttime, and it assists patients really well. Next, suppose I am sleeping on my bed, I am a patient, I am sleeping on my bed, and I step down. In general, the lightings will be off. How would I be guided in this case? I can use a sensor-based lighting. As soon as I drop off from the bed, the sensor light activates and provides me enough amount of lighting so that I can find a safe passage or turn on the main light. Most of the building rooms, the rooms that you have where the patients will be in general cases, have an external facade, right, where you will have a lot of ambient light, natural light coming in. But again, there will be shades on it. How do you control those shades automatically? With Somfy, what you can do is, you can have a weather station which is installed on top of the building, which will be monitoring the sun. So as the sun moves, the shades inside the building will automatically go up and down, and based on it, good amount of sunlight, as you had programmed for each room, will enter into the room. It is said that the patient recovery time can reduce by as much as 7 to 8% just by having good amount of natural light coming into the building. Also, during an emergency like a fire, right, the major deaths happen because of smoke, the smoke not being able to escape out of the building. With this, what we can do is you can use a fire actuator where whenever a fire alarm is triggered, the actuator will open the window. Now, the window is open, but the curtains are down. What do you do with it? So again, the shading solution, the curtain also goes up, the window opens up, and the smoke goes out, leading to saving a lot of lives. Also, when the air quality decreases, where the oxygen level decreases, the air ventilation can be used to bring in fresh air. This simple and efficient system of audio microphone can be used to announce something like, hey, it's time to take your medicine. So when a patient is there, when a relative are there, you do not want to go and tell them. From a central station, you can schedule a message saying that, look, it's time to take your medicine. And even for patient, this gives an option of buttons where the patient can touch a button and can dial in to specific people as per the program. A lot of times when a fire happens, as we saw, the major reason of fire is short circuit. So whenever there is a short circuit, the first thing that you do is cut off the power supply. Now when the power supply is cut off, that means the lights go off. How do you go out of the building? So here comes the role of emergency lighting. So what is emergency lighting? The two lightings that you can see in between are the actual emergency lights which run on battery, right? So whenever the power goes off, these lights, which are monitored connections, take over and give you light as per the standards so that you get a safe passage. Also, the two signages that you see, you would have seen it at all places. But the difference between a normal signage that you see in green and this one is, this green signage can also tell you that no, this is not the right exit path, and the green signage will turn into red, saying that this is not the path to take. So in large, complex hospital environment, you can have an addressable signage system instead of having a standalone signage system, so that in case of evacuation, you can guide people to the right path and with the right amount of light. Most of the times, the cause of the fire is the detectors were not maintained well. So how do I maintain the detector? ज़्यादातर जो चलता है वो होता है कि मैं अगरबत्ती लेके आता हूँ, अगरबत्ती के साथ ट्राई करता हूँ कि डिटेक्टर चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा है. That is what we do generally to test a smoke detector. And for heat, there are no stable ways available which people use at the moment. So basically, people don't test heat, right? The best thing that people might use to do is take a hair dryer and try to test a heat detector. But the hair dryer is better for the hair and not for the detector because you are playing with lives here. We bring you a UL listed, UL approved testing technology where you can reliably test a detector and get accurate result whether the detector is working for a smoke or a heat, and check the calibration as well. Till now, the cameras, the security cameras, were always concerned about security. That means a camera, you will always see a live footage or a recorded footage and see if there was some pilferage happening about some activity, etc. But with advent of AI, now you can locate a lot of things which you never did before and increase operational efficiency. Like in this photo, a patient who was walking down fell off, and at a central dashboard, somebody comes to know that somebody has fallen off on this floor, and you trigger an emergency so that somebody reaches at the right time. Similarly, in an hospital environment, there are so many facilities available, so many utilities which are connected. Having a single dashboard where all this utility data can be seen in real time will help you increase and optimize a lot of cost. In an OPD environment, the same OPD room is generally used in rotation by a lot of doctors. So what happens is you have no control over who will turn on the AC, who will turn off the AC, who will turn on the light, who will turn off the light. So here you have a PIR sensor which is coupled with a thermostat which is in turn connected with an HVAC. When it detects a presence, it will automatically trigger on the AC and lights as you have programmed for. When the occupancy is off, it will automatically turn it off, leading to an energy saving of at least 30%. And what additionally it helps you do is you get an online dashboard where you know which places are occupied, which are not occupied, so that you can ensure that the operational efficiency of that room can increase. Communicating effectively is a very important task. A lot of people like to bring in their own gadgets now, to showcase their own presentation. So with Crestron, you get a simple USB dongle which you can plug in to any device, whether it is your laptop, whether it is your MacBook, whether it is your iPhone, and simply transfer the data to any display. Also, you get a lot of, like we have this LED wall, you have LED walls which can be done in any shape and size to communicate effectively, which is very important nowadays for hospital to catch attention. Also, data security is increasingly becoming difficulty, and people do not want their data to go on the cloud. So how to give data and keep it scalable? We have InfoTrend where you can kind of keep adding the data storage servers and also have redundancy on it. So this and much more is brought to you by Cavitak. We started in 1987. As an organization, we are 300 people with a turnover of 740 crores, and we have 15 warehouses to serve you in a 45+ portfolio of brands. We are present in almost all places in India to help you serve better. What we do essentially is understand the problem for you, help you design and support. As always, we always end with what's next. Thank you so much.